As we come on the air tonight, we're following breaking news out of Warner Robins. Just hours ago, a police officer and a woman were shot, leading to an hours-long standoff. Right now, both the officer and the woman are in critical condition. The suspect is now in custody, with Houston County Sheriff Matt Moulton calling for community strength.
To the citizens of Houston County, I pledge to you that we are not going to let evil take over Houston County. All right. What happened today, the bad guys are pure evil, and the good guys are some of the best in the country. And as a citizen of Houston County...
Authorities believe this man, 21-year-old Rashawn Williams, shot both the police officer and the woman. The standoff started as a domestic dispute before turning into an hours-long standoff where Williams barricaded himself inside a home. Right now, Elizabeth Hunter and Hunter King are live with the latest updates on this case. Hunter King is at Atrium Health Navicent, where both victims are in critical condition. Elizabeth Hunter spent the day at the site of the shooting and was at a news conference. We join her now live first. Elizabeth, what can you tell us tonight?
Lori, Warner Robins Police Chief Wayne Fisher told us at this afternoon's news conference that they got a domestic dispute call at around 8:32 this morning. A Warner Robins patrol officer then responded to the call at around 8:35, and he says just minutes later the worst had happened.
At 8:39, over our radio channel, we got the distress call, a call that no law enforcement officer, administrator, or any citizen should ever want to hear. Shots fired, officer down.
Fisher says the 35-year-old officer and a 31-year-old woman were shot. He said the suspect barricaded himself inside. When other officers arrived, they quickly surrounded the home for a standoff that lasted about 2.5 hours. Just after 11, officers took 21-year-old Rashawn Williams into custody. We were on scene to see this arrest. It happened on Duke Avenue, which is 2 streets over from Rose Street. So far, Fisher said they are not saying how he got out of the home. They are leaving that to GBI investigators. Sheriff Matt Moulton was on scene throughout this morning, and at the news conference he said these acts of violence will not be tolerated in Houston County.
The officer that was involved in this was doing the job that we ask him to do every day, to wake up, put his badge on, to go and face danger, to protect this community. We will support him. We'll support the Warner Robins Police Department from this day forward.
District Attorney Eric Edwards was at the news conference as well, and he said that his office will prosecute to the fullest extent. Live in Warner Robins, Elizabeth Hunter, 13 WMAZ News.
Thank you, Elizabeth. We now turn to Atrium Health Navicent in Macon, where medical teams spent the day working to save the police officer and the woman injured in this morning's shooting. Hunter King is live at the hospital right now. Hunter, what do you know about the conditions tonight?
Yeah, Lori, right now officials are pretty tight-lipped about their conditions, but at last check, they were both in critical condition here at Atrium Health Navicent behind me. What started as a domestic dispute call this morning turned into an emergency for Warner Robins police, and an entire neighborhood was on edge as this entire thing unfolded. We were out there and we heard from some of those neighbors.
What started with a domestic dispute led to a massive law enforcement response. SWAT teams, undercover officers, and police drones descended on the quiet neighborhood off of Green Street. DeHaven Lee Jones, who is just about a block away on Duke Avenue, says the first sign of trouble was the sound of sirens. When she stepped outside, the street was flooded with police cars.
Yeah, it was just a rush of polices. We seen like the squad cars and all of that.
Billy Burns was at work when he got a call about the police gathering in front of his house on Booker Street. His son was standing in the yard watching it all unfold, and Burns came home immediately.
It shocked me because I ain't never had nothing bad on the streets. I mean, I've been staying here 4 years and then never had bad in it like this.
For more than 2 hours, the standoff continued, but then around 11 a.m., the suspect jumped a backyard fence. Officers tackled him right there in front of us. Some neighbors say the shooting shook their sense of security.
You know, anytime I see a lot of law enforcement blocking and moving, I knew it was a fugitive, but yeah. I just happened to be in the area.
It is a shocker since it's like so close to where we stay.
Now, we've reached out to the Warner Robins Police Department along with the DA's office to see what charges the suspect might be facing, but they have redirected us to the GBI for more information. We will continue to follow the statuses, the conditions of those victims right here at the hospital as the night carries on. Reporting live in Macon, Hunter King, 13 WMAZ News.
Thank you, Hunter. We're going to we'll continue to keep you updated on this case on air and online. Hunter will have another live update later in the show. We'll also have updates from Olivia Dunn tonight at 10 and 11. Meanwhile, right now, officials from across the state are reacting to today's shooting. Just hours ago, Governor Kemp posted online that his thoughts and prayers are with the Warner Robins police officer. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr also said he is praying for the officer and everyone involved. And Warner Robins Mayor LaRhonda Patrick posted on Facebook saying, quote, "Every day, our men and women in blue step forward with courage and commitment to protect our community, and that sacrifice never goes unnoticed."